people that waited in line just to share this experience of Venom, Candyman, Night of the Living Dead, The Rock, Final Destination. But I want you to know you are now entering the
Cinema
Chop Shop with a top and the pop. Boom, boom, bop.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. While you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers from the react to, so click the damn link. With that being said, we're here today to review Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, which is a sequel to the freaking cult classic Beetlejuice, obviously. I actually saw this movie on Thursday, and we saw it in what is it called, 40X or whatever, when the movie theater moves, and it was a hell of an experience. Aside from the fact that there was somebody in there with a damn kid, and the kid was going crazy, but other than that, I mean, that's a conversation for another day. But this movie stars Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, we got freaking Jenna Ortega, you got Monica Bellucci, you got William Dafoe, you basically have most of the original cast plus the add-ons of Jenna Ortega and William Dafoe, and also Monica. But anyway, quick synopsis. This movie is basically the sequel to the original Beetlejuice. So Lydia has a daughter. Her daughter's name is Astrid. And then Lydia Dietz is like freaking, she's like this paranormal researcher type thing. Like, she has her own TV show and shit. And Astrid just thinks she's full of bullshit. Because of the death of the family, it causes them to go back to the original house from part one. And as they're getting ready to kind of pack up and sell the property, we have the reintroduction to Beetlejuice and how this kind of plays into things. So we also have freaking, as you get Monica Bellucci, her freaking character is one of the villains in this movie. Yeah, I said one of them. And I'm going to kind of get into more detail about that later. Now, I want to say this off top. I had a lot of fun with this movie. The jokes was hidden. The practical effects were dope. I mean, there was some CGI in the movie that felt a little cheesy or corny at times, but at the same time, it didn't really take me away from the movie. I just had a lot of fun with this movie. It really felt like an homage to the original. It felt like a lot of the things that we loved from the original stayed. The jokes were on point. Freaking Michael Keaton was hilarious. I mean, everything just felt really, really good about this movie. The vibe was on point. What didn't feel good about this movie is the damn storyline. Now, the storyline started off okay, all right, and then it kind of just spiraled out of control. It really felt like we had two different movies, and they kind of just blended them into one. Like, it was like they had an idea for this movie, they had an idea for a movie after that, and then they said, you know what, let's just kind of mix these ideas together. I really felt like the writing in this movie kind of hindered it a bit. And the biggest reason why I feel like it hindered it a bit is because once you get to the third act, that shit spirals fast. Because, I mean, in essence, you know, you have Beetlejuice, who has his own motives, right? Which he's kind of like a sort of villainous, but like, because I mean, he was a villain in the first movie technically, and he has his own ideas or concepts that he wants done in this movie. But then you also got Monica Bellucci's character, who's also the freaking villain, who's been shown on the trailer to be this big bad person. And then you also have another villain, I'm not going to really talk about, don't want to spoil that away for you, but their motives make complete sense. Like, I think it was a really good way to go about it, but overall, it just kind of fell flat. Also, William Dafoe's character. I love William Dafoe as an actor. William Dafoe is an amazing actor. His character sucked in this movie. I did not like his character. I felt like his character was kind of pointless in a way, and it just, I don't know, like, I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I felt like his character was kind of dumb. and I really didn't enjoy him at all. But again, like the movie's fun. You have Jenna Ortega basically being a Lydia Dietz clone in this movie, which is kind of cool. She has her own kind of like, she really feels like, it feels like Lydia's character kind of like became an adult, and obviously she moved on and she's kind of doing her own thing. And now Ash's character is kind of taking that young rebellious side from her. It's just that she doesn't have that kind of like ghostly, dark, spiritual connection that her mom does. And I feel like they maybe should have played that up a little bit more. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. But this is the part where I feel like in order for me to get my kind of point across, I gotta go into spoilers. So if you have not watched this movie already, I would recommend to kind of like just fast forward at least like 3 minutes or something like that into this video so I can kind of get into a little detail about what I really didn't like about this movie, if you don't mind. So you've been warned, so let's go ahead and get into it. Spoilers. So the biggest thing my biggest gripe with this damn movie is the fact that we have a villain that's Monica Bellucci, and we also have a villain, Jeremy, I believe that was his name, the freaking ghost dude that Ashford was into. Now, I thought it was really cool that he was basically finessing her and trying to take her soul and become a physical embodiment again. Like he was trying to become back into the real world, and he was just trying to trade a soul for a soul. I thought that was a really good concept. Thought it was really great. The problem is that once it does happen and she does get finessed, it really felt stupid because it's like it just gets solved so quickly. Beetlejuice basically just finesses that fool, stamps his shit, sends him to hell. It gets solved way too quickly. Then you have Monica Bellucci's character who's running around killing people, sucking their souls and shit, and she makes this grand appearance at the end of the movie, and then it was like Beetlejuice like, look, this person likes you. You might want to go with this person instead. And she seems interested in the idea, and she kind of starts going for it. And then Astra draws the little thing, and then she gets eaten by a sandworm. And then Beetlejuice gets hit at the end, and then they say his name or whatever, and he ends up disappearing as well too. All of that, just the conclusion just felt like it came out of fucking nowhere. Like it really just, okay, we got to finish this movie. Let's hurry up and wrap it up. What I think they should have done is they should have took a page out of the Beetlejuice animated series. I feel like instead of Lydia Dietz's character running around with Beetlejuice in the afterlife and shit like that, I feel like maybe Astrid should have befriended Beetlejuice. Maybe he's kind of trying to finesse her, finagle her in some sort of way, and they're running around in the afterlife, and then Lydia has to go into the afterlife and kind of chase them. I feel like that would have been a little bit better. Kind of like a template that you guys can follow would be Little Monsters, the '90s show movie, right? I think that with what's that name, Fred Savage, one of the Savage brothers. But anyway, I think that would have been a cool little format to follow to go into a sequel with this movie. I really felt like the villains had no point. I felt like there was no real sense of like urgency. There was no real sense of like climb. There was no. You never felt like any of the characters were really in a sense of danger because what you did. Okay. Let me take that back. You did feel like they were in danger, but the fact was that it was resolved so quickly that it was just like it felt pointless in a way, you know. So I think that they could have kept the story with Jeremy and had him and Beetlejuice maybe trying to compete for Astrid's physical body or whatever. Well, Beetlejuice is just trying. He doesn't want to become physical. Beetlejuice just wants to get married, and then he wants to. I don't know why he wants to get married, but he wants to get married. I forgot from the first movie. But anyway, he wants a bride, and then the other dude wants to become human again. So it would have been cool for these two to kind of interact with each other and to kind of try to one up each other. I thought that would have been cool. Monica Bellucci's character was fucking pointless because at the end of the day, like she was cool looking. I thought it was a cool concept, but at the same time, it was a waste of freaking time because they got killed at the end of the movie. But anyway, here on the Cinema Chop Shop, we grade movies in three ways. Count on three ways. Either you get bodied and sent to the bowels of hell, and I tell you this movie is basura, homie. Or I give it a big fat net, which means it's más o menos, mediocre, mid-range, mid. or I tell you that it's spared, it's awesome. Stop what you're doing, go see it. This one's kind of going to be a weird little. This one's going to be hard for me, but overall, I'm gonna have to give this movie a meh.
Not quite my tempo.
Not impressed.
But it can be better.
Meh.
But the TV gave me the impression that...
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
Now, the reason why I'm giving this movie a meh, I know. I love the first movie. First movie was great, but that third act falling apart as badly as it did, it tarnishes the rest of the movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Every character, well, most of the characters in this movie were great, but at the same time, if you don't have real stakes in this movie, it kind of takes it away. In the first movie, we had stakes in the movie. Freaking Beetlejuice was over here like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of your little ghost, and then also I'm gonna get what I want, right? And he wanted Lydia to be a bride, and you in your mind, you were like, it's over. He got it. He got what he wanted. He's about to marry her. These people are disintegrating in the dust. It's over, you know. And in this movie, it was like, okay, you got some real stakes. This dude's a threat. Okay, this lady's a threat. But then once you get to the end of the movie, it wraps it up so fast. It just kind of it takes the fun away from me, you know. So that's the only reason I'm giving this movie a man. But I will say that it's an entertaining movie. If you like Beetlejuice, I would definitely highly recommend to go see this movie. This is not me trying to tell you not to go see the movie. I'm just telling you go into the movie with reasonable expectations because story-wise, this ain't it. But if you're just looking for the feel of the original Beetlejuice, then this is up your alley 100%. Anyway, that's all I got. Let me know if you agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. Drop it in the comment section down below. You are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys having a great day. And adios, homies.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.